Okay, so in this video I'm going to be going over a skill called wind control charging. For NA or EU players, it's probably, I think the official name is wind charging. Okay, that's this skill right here. You activate it by pressing and holding shift and right mouse button to charge up. Nobody uses it this way. There are a lot of different ways you can activate this skill, which I'll be going over. Um, but yeah, I'll show you how to use this first. I use control instead of shift. I switch the keys around because I don't like pressing shift, so don't get those confused. So you just hold down shift and right mouse button and it'll be charging up, and you can release when you're ready to fire. Okay, if you want to cancel, it's just like canceling any other skill. You press the skill, and then after you press the skill, you're going to cancel with the directional key and left mouse button. So I'm going to fully charge here. Directional key, I'm going to use D, and then left mouse button to release and fire and cancel. Okay, same thing, you can go to the other side, same deal. You can also do this in mid-charge. It doesn't have to be a full charge in order to cancel or to fire. Oops. Okay, so you can cancel whenever you want. Okay, so that's one way to cancel. Another way to cancel is by, well, let me show you another way to use it first. There's a skill called Exploit Weakness 1 that everyone gets for free. It's also known as Pinpoint Shot for those of you that are NA and EU players. I maxed this out. I don't recommend it. I've made my Ranger 3 different times and leveled them all up to test all the different skills out. The difference between Exploit Weakness 1 and 3, other than the damage, is the attack speed. So I'll show you. I'm sure all of you that are watching this are Rangers, so you guys can test this out on your own Ranger, right? Exploit Weakness, you activate it by pressing left mouse button and the backwards key, right? Backwards is S. Right, and what you'll notice is that compare your Rangers to mine with the attack speed difference. Okay, level 1 Exploit Weakness is really slow compared to Exploit Weakness 3, but despite that, don't get Exploit Weakness 3. It's not worth leveling, okay? Save your skills for more important things. Alright, so back on topic. You can use wind control charging right after Exploit Weakness, and you do that by pressing left mouse button plus right mouse button at the same time after Exploit Weakness. So, I'm going to do that, and that's wind control charging right after Exploit Weakness. Okay? So that's how you do it. And of course, you can cancel it like any other skill. After you use the skill with left and right mouse button, you're going to cancel with the directional key plus left mouse button. But because you're already pressing down the left mouse button for using wind control charging, you just keep it held down and then press the directional key. You don't have to let go and then press it again a second time. Okay? So that's all there is to it. Now there's a third way that you can use wind control charging, which is going to lead to much better things, and I'll explain how that works. First, I'm going to explain where this skill derives from, and first you can do a little dodging move which kind of spins you around by double tapping your directional key A or D. So I'm going to double tap D. It's going to do this little spinning move and dodge to the right. Double tap A does the same thing. You can also do this skill by using control or shift for you guys, right? Shift and directional key, and it'll do the same thing. That skill is called evasion, right? They show you shift and a directional key, but you can double tap it as well. Now the trick here is that you can fire a wind control charging shot right after doing it. And how you do that, you have a directional key, and then you hold down left and right mouse button to activate it in the middle of it. So once you see that your little spinning thing is activated, like once you see the animation start, then you press left and right. mouse button, but you have to keep holding on to your directional key. If you let go, it won't work. So you're holding on to all three buttons until it shoots out, and then you can let go. Okay? So that's another way you can use wind control charging. Now, you can also use this without doing this, because it takes stamina, and it goes into how you're going to cancel it later on, which I'll show you. You can just hold down a directional key, A or D, so I'm going to use D, hold down left and right mouse button, and you'll be full charge. Okay. Now what you noticed was that I was moving forward and back, and that's one of the concepts I want to talk to you about, because remember in the previous video I showed you Q canceling, and one of the ways towards the end of the video I showed you that you can Q cancel towards your target or away from your target. But the con of that is that you have to lock onto your target, meaning you have to be basically about 15 meters in range of your target, which is bad. You know, in PvP is really bad. You want to keep your distance. That was one of the ways you can do it, but that was the downside. You have to stay locked on, and if they blink or they teleport, then, or you know, they go underground, whatever, then you lost your ability to do that maneuver. But with wind control charging, canceling, you can do it without a target. So there are different ways you can do this, or different skills you can use to initiate this maneuver. The first one is moving shot. You do moving shot by moving with your directional keys and then holding down left button, or just tapping it. And you can tap it too if you want. That's this skill here. Everyone gets this one for free. It's leave it at level 1, don't max it out. Okay, so again, just like Q canceling towards and away from your target, you're going to face your target with your camera, and then you can either turn to the right, this way, right, or you can turn to the left. I'll turn to the left. So I'm facing the left, my target's on my right. And if I want to get closer to my target, again, you press the D button, closer to my scarecrow, away from the scarecrow, press A. Okay? Now if you want to use moving shot, go ahead and use moving shot. I don't like to use moving shot because sometimes the timing is a little bit difficult and it's easy to mess up. So you can use wind control charging to initiate using the left mouse button and the right mouse button. Okay? So first you're going to turn to the side of your target 90 degrees, and then you're going to shoot out to the side once, and once your shot goes out, you're going to turn your camera towards your target. Always turn towards your target. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're moving away or moving closer to your target, you're always going to face your target after the first shot. Okay, so you're going to do directional key, left and right mouse button to do the initial shot. Once you do that, turn your camera towards your target. And then after that, you're just going to hold down your directional key, either A or D, to move forward or back, away from your target, whatever you want, plus left and right mouse button. So 3 keys at once. So now you notice that I'm going closer. If I want to press A, I'm going to go further away. Let me get some MP back. Okay. So again, initial shot out to the side, 90 degrees from the target. Face the target after the first shot, and that's how you do it. You can also do it backwards, so let me show you that. Again, initial shot is going to be out to the side, and then you're going to press A this time. So I just moved like 50 meters. Okay. Now in arena PvP, you're not going to have this luxury of all this space here to move 50 meters away from your target, because it's a little bit cramped. But in open world PvP, of course, you have the whole world you can run around in, so this skill comes really in handy. I use it all the time in open world PvP, but in arena it's a little bit cramped, so I might use it like once or twice just to get a tiny bit of a gap, but I can't spam it. Okay? So that's all for wind control charging, and I'll see you guys for the next video.